They never moved into their new home. Because the house started talking first. In 2014, a family bought what they thought was their dream house in New Jersey, but just 3 days later, the letters began. Not bills. Not ads. Letters that knew their children's names, their ages, and even which bedrooms they planned to sleep in. The writer called themselves the Watcher. And they claimed their family had been watching this house for generations. One letter asked, "Have you found what's in the walls yet?" Another said, "I'm waiting. And I'm closer than you think." The family never spent a single night inside that house, and the mystery? Still unsolved. Would you move in? Before the family even moved in, the house began sending them letters. Letters that knew their children's names, their ages, and even where they slept. The writer called themselves the Watcher. And tonight, you'll learn why this house in New Jersey became one of the most disturbing real estate cases in American history. In June 2014, Derek and Maria Broaddus purchased 657 Boulevard, a 6-bedroom home in Westfield, a quiet, safe, wealthy town. It was everything a family could hope for. But just 3 days after closing the sale, the first letter arrived. The envelope had no name and no return address. It simply said, "To the new owner." Inside, the writer welcomed them politely to the neighborhood, but then the tone changed. "Do you know the history of this house? I've been put in charge of watching it. My family has been observing 657 Boulevard for decades." It was signed only with one chilling title, The Watcher. A week later, another letter arrived. This one was different, colder, more personal. The writer mentioned the Broaddus children by age, and asked disturbing questions like, "Which bedroom will be mine to watch? And which one will your children sleep in?" Whoever wrote this knew the layout of the home. They knew the family had kids. They were close, perhaps too close. Derek and Maria contacted police immediately. Investigators questioned neighbors, but no one had answers. Soon, another letter appeared, this time taped to the door. It read, "Have they found what's in the walls yet? There's something hidden here, and it will reveal itself when the time is right." At this point, the family refused to move in. They had just spent over $1 million on their dream home, but were too afraid to live there. They installed cameras, alarms, full security systems. But the letters never stopped. One message asked mockingly, "Why are you scared to move in? Are you afraid of me?" As the investigation grew, police involved FBI agents and even a private investigator. Handwriting experts tried to analyze the letters, but the writing style didn't match any normal pattern. Some parts sounded old, almost like someone was writing from another era. The investigators searched the house from top to bottom, looking for hidden rooms, cameras, or tunnels. They found nothing. But fear had already spread. Neighbors began suspecting each other. Everyone felt watched. People who had lived peacefully for decades suddenly believed someone among them might be responsible. The Broaddus family became trapped between terror and bankruptcy. If they sold the house, they'd lose tons of money. If they moved in, they might be living with a predator. As time passed, detectives began forming theories. Maybe it was a former resident who didn't want new owners. Maybe an obsessed neighbor. Maybe someone close to the family playing a twisted joke. Or maybe something older. Something hidden inside 657 Boulevard. One line from a letter stood out more than any other. "Do you know what lies within the walls?" That sentence reignited a chilling theory. Maybe the Watcher wasn't trying to scare them away, maybe he was warning them. What if the real danger wasn't outside the home, but inside it? Some believe the Watcher wasn't a stalker, but a guardian. Someone trying to protect the house. Or protect the family from whatever secret was still hidden there. To this day, the Watcher was never caught. The letters suddenly stopped, just as mysteriously as they began. No fingerprints. No suspects. No solid evidence. The mystery remains open, and the house still stands on 657 Boulevard. Silent. Watching. Waiting. Some locals say the Watcher simply chose a new family to write to. Others believe the house itself wants to be seen. But only by the right person. So I'll ask you this, would you dare live there? Or do you think something else might still be living inside the walls? This is my script, please write title act as a YouTube strategist.